Hey, Kelly Sue with Cleopatra. Wow, what's going on there? With Cleopatra Art Studios. I want you to join me while I paint this gnome-inspired 4th of July insert for the back of either our truck, our wagon, or the bench. It's super cute. Some of you are really into gnomes, and some of you could care less if they kiss off. I don't know where you fall in that whole category, but it's American themed, it's very cute, and a lot of you guys, it's really hard to find good 4th of July decor. It really is. And we have 4 or 5 different designs that go in our inserts. So, the lady glasses, and there are a lot of pieces. What I specifically love is the sign, boom, I always forget something, you know? The sign for the back of the pickup, or the back of the wagon, or the back of the bench. Am I too early for 4th of July? I don't know, I could be too early. I don't know what to think. But the way I know it is I have to work a little early because I have to have time to make this, for you to see it, for you to grab it if you want. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out why the gnome has 3 noses. Maybe they're backup noses. I've got kind of this wild man thing going on today. Geez, you just gotta take it. Take what you can get. There's a lot of stars. Boom. So there are 3 parts to this insert. I'll show you what if you can't hang around, I'll show you how the height fits in the truck. This is actually, it looks like a milk bottle, but it's gonna be the gnome when we put his head on and his beard and everything. This is 2D. There is a rocket ship. So they fit really nicely in that. Remember the wagon, they sit the lowest. I'll just show you which one. So I would probably personally put these a little bit higher. So make sure you sprinkle today because we are gifting. We'll pick one of you, and we have gifted out almost all of the last designs, other than I need to tell Melissa, if she's watching, that she won the Highlander cow. So gifting's not the problem, shipping is not the problem, getting you to see the note, getting your FB to talk to my FB, no, that's difficult. Okay, so I'm just doing the tape trick, which keeps everything right where you want it, makes it easier to paint. I have my truck in black, but I also I'm painting it in a blue. I just have to sand the edges. So when I have that done, I'll show you guys. Show you all. So here we go. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure if that's extra. So why I do these is so that some people that need the resource of watching somebody muddle through, so they can feel better about themselves. Check mark, they have that. But 2, this is where I would actually work out some of the flaws before they make it to market. So occasionally something doesn't fit right. Oh my gosh, this cracks me up. I don't know if it looks like somebody bending over in a thong or what, but okay, so let me just log on really quick. Thanks so much for watching today. I know you guys are busy and you're gonna wanna watch to the end if you can. If not, just bounce back in and see the finished project. Boom. Okay, we got 1 comment. Never too early, Joyce. Yes, I love the one that you want, the 4th of July. And I'm gonna definitely paint that one too. And then you love this one here, I think, is what you told me. But I definitely wanted to do this one. For some reason, it just kind of spoke to me today. You know what I don't have is something to put paint on. You guys don't care. I'm gonna dumpster dive just a second here. Come on, we all do it. We all do it. I'm gonna dumpster dive so that I have something to put my paint on. And I almost can't stand it with this sign. I kind of want to start with the sign first. So cute. And then the heart. If I had really good paper, probably a white paper, I'd probably do the iron technique and the Mod Podge. I might have some. I might do that because it just has to have the white show through for the stars. Oh, you know why I didn't do it? I would have to put it on the back side, I think, so that it would pop through. That's why I didn't do it. I was like, what could possibly go wrong? Everything. Let me grab my brown. So I know I want to do a brownish background for the sign. Hey, I don't have brown, Kelly Sue. What the heck do I do? Just grab some bright yellow and some dark purple, so dioxazine purple if you have it. And it makes more of a reddish, brown than the brown I've been carrying recently, which is coffee bean. It's pretty dark. I want my sign to have a little bit of warmth to it. Come on, dioxazine. Does your pink kit look like that? Here we go. So dioxazine purple is a very dark purple, and they could have just said dark or deep purple, but they had to give it a hoity-toity name. Okay, so if I'm using, I had coffee today, like real coffee, so I'm like, here you go. So if I'm using craft paint, it's not going to formulate exactly the same as if I'm using artist paint. What's the difference? Artist paint, Liquitex, Artist Loft, and so many more out there. These are formulated, they're a little bit cleaner and purer, but not necessarily what I would use for my wood projects at all. Boom, 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 boom. So I just want to show you. You might not get what you want. You might, boom, boom, boom. That's still a little too yellow, more purple. And I'm saying a lot today. It's that coffee blazing through my body. Okay, here you go. So why doesn't it mix the same? So I could have exactly the color I want. In fact, at paint parties, I mix the color because I almost always don't have it. And it's because the craft paint has been formulated already. It normally has a base. It's either gray or pinkish white or whatever. So you're not getting that exact same formula. So I'm just gonna over top of it, and if I hate it, I can come back and do it again. Actually, it's exactly what I want. I just want it slightly stained with a nice warm background. I got that with bright yellow and dioxazine purple. Deep, deep purple. Then water it down a little bit, and boom, you're freaking done. How awesome is that? And so when I put that America right on top, it's going to blow your mind. Boom. So definitely sprinkle, sprinkle, because one of you guys that do will win this. I'll probably leave it on for like a week, and then I'll let you know who won, and we'll just ship it to you. And we'll just send you a kit of this particular insert. So you'll have it before everybody else. So really, really quick, I wanted to look at my reference photo. Mine did mine. Oh, I see. I was like, why do I have so many freaking stars? And they go here. What, they're 3 different sizes. Hold on, this is where we're working it out, guys. Where we're working it out. So why in the world are all 3 different? Boom. Okay, so I'm gonna say, it's gonna go like that and like that with the big one on the top, and I'm gonna have it stick out a little bit, and America is very low to the ground. Okay, so I'm gonna end up with the sign for the back of the pickup or the wagon or the bench, looking something like that, but it's gonna be colorful. I'm gonna hold on just a second. I am not looking at my right photo, my correct photo. There it is. All right, so I painted it red originally, but whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go 2 different blues. I have basically the bright blue from Craft Smart and Dioxazine blue, which is a artist paint, and you're gonna see it's gonna be really sheer, guys. So I may mix those together to get the right blue that I want. So how are you doing? Thanks for watching. Leave a little note in the comment. Let me know where you're watching from, how you doing, what you doing. If you have any questions. I may not see it right now, but I'll come back to it. We got some life changes happening. If you're real close to me, you know what they are. Lots of things happening over here at the Robinson house. So I just want to show you real quick. I'll do it on the paint label or in the glue label. So you can see the tight bond. I'm going to paint over it. This is how sheer it is. Dioxazine or phthalo blue is gorgeous, but it's transparent. So there's some inherent problems there. So I'm going to mix it with this lighter blue that is formulated. It's got a nice base to it. Oop, darker. Or you could put a base coat on of this color and then go dark on top. That's how those are gonna look. And I am going to pop that up real quick. Since I have that, I'm going to do my stars insert. And I am not going to paint the outer rim. I'm going to keep it a little au naturel. I'm saying that, I think. So I don't want to just use straight phthalo blue. If you're using your artist paint, you're going to want to put a base coat of something on there. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Martha Stewart bouncer because you know how lazy I am. Okay, so what else do we have happening? We, very soon, okay, so we're having the ultimate giveaway for our Door Hanger of the Month Club. Okay, I mean of the every other month club, our Door Hanger Club. So it comes to your house every other month for $29, which is our lowest price we offer for any door hanger. And it's just a member discount. We offer you 4 choices, 2 seasonal, 2 holiday, 1 seasonal, 1 snarky, because I know you guys are snarky, for the $29. And you can add all 4 of them for $29 each. A lot of the ladies, they want them all, or they love 2 of them. And then we send them to you bare bones, no paint, no nothing, because you guys are, you know, crafty. You have that stuff. And I love this program we have. There you go. Can you see that? I just want to make sure it's not too, I'm going to stick it in the car. It's going for a ride. This back bed has had some good times. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the kids aren't watching. We can say stuff like that. We can hint at stuff like that. I love that. I love it. I may stain that to match, or oh, you know what? Let me use my wood, but I don't want it too dark. I can decide later before I glue it. I can decide. So I got the sign. I was just gonna go clean on the America, nice and clean and bright and white. If you use a sponge brush, don't press too hard, and you will have really, really nice just paint on the top, and it's not dripping down the side. If you're using a paintbrush, again, the same thing. So I'm going to take most of that off. I know the America, I'm probably going to have to give a couple coats to get that really good coverage. See, it's not covering very well, but it's a craft paint, so it should. But with the sponge, I'm going nice and light. And it's because I don't want that dripping down the side. I want a nice clean look, and I don't want to have to paint the side. So that is a question we get all the time. Kelly Sue, am I supposed to paint the side? And that's completely up to you. If you want to paint the side, you go ahead. I got a big glare on these glasses today. I need to find some sexy glasses, not these Harry Potter doodads I've got going on. Okay, I love that. Boom. I'll let that dry. I'm gonna come back and give my stars one more coat. And I'm thinking I have to make some more of this bad boy. So I also have the Walmart sponges, the assorted cosmetic sponges, and they work fantastic too. What I like about them is I can use them a couple times in my personal studio, and they're good to go. And ladies, I let these soak like, I remember about them the next week. And it's funny because they swell like crazy. Like those little sea animals you would get, and they're hard as can be, and you soak them in water overnight for your kids. You know, we all know what those are. And in the morning, they're like bloated and swollen. Well, that's what I'm working with here. But what I like about it, come on, baby. What I like about these particular makeup sponges is you get, gosh, I think 30 or 40 for $3 at Walmart, and they have multiple uses. So that's what I really, really like about them. So take that. The makeup sponges are obviously in the makeup section. The thing about ordering them from Amazon is they keep putting the money back in my account. So I don't know who out there has the greedy gimmies for the makeup sponges, like the triangular ones, but they're really, really hard to get. And I you know, if I have some kids present, I don't always bring them out because they just think it's the coolest thing ever to use a makeup sponge, and all of a sudden they used 80 on one project, and you're like, not that they cost anything, but you're like, other people want them. Here we go. So with these, they could clean them out really well and then reuse them. So I'm really happy with that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let me see how we're doing today. Boom. So I know that I am not, may or may not be able to see your comments right now. I got my hair done last night, and it looks like I combed it with an egg beater, as my father would say. Okay. So anyway, with our door hanger club, there's a ultimate giveaway. It is, you will get a project from all 6 boxes that go out this year if we pick your name. And so you're going to want to get on the list. You get on the list. You just get on the list, and we pick the machine, the software picks somebody. So it's pretty random, but then there's things you can do to get more entries, like SHARE, or email it to a friend, phone a friend, that kind of thing. I really believe in this, in our door hanger club box. Number one, for the cost. It's so inexpensive. But the fact that you can pick up a couple and you can have ladies' night for inexpensive, and you can pick a snarky saying for your door, something that speaks to you. Okay, so that second coat is where the gold is with the white. Boom. All right. Moving on. So I got my stars. I did not paint my stars twice. These ones. I have really very, very little paint. On my paintbrush. I don't want it oozing. No oozing today. All right, so the big star's done. Oh, the rocket ship I think is gonna take a while. Let me get my, what have I decided to do with the rocket ship? Okay, so I could paint it all white. I could paint it all gray. I'm gonna paint it gray for a nice base coat, and then I'm gonna go in. So if you're having trouble covering, ladies, I would recommend you pick a nice medium to light gray instead of white. Base coat. base coat, that rocket, which looks like a tower with a tail, like a bell's tail. Oh my gosh. And then we're gonna come in here. So that's my trick for you. Instead of sitting there and doing globby layers, I'd give it a little gray base. Do I have anything here that I've done that with? No. Moving on. Okay, so this gnome. Okay, so he, going back to my photo, he's naked. I didn't take a photo of the completed picture. Figures. Okay. I have him dark blue on his little outfit. So I do have it scored at the top, but it means nothing. I'm just gonna paint him the dark blue. I'm just gonna keep him the same colors I have in my photo. Even though, my goodness, I'm using all my dioxazine. And we keep that on hand for our paint kits, our canvas paint kits that go out. I wouldn't bring it out for our wood projects at all. If you order a wood project from me, the paint you're gonna get is craft paint because that has the best coverage. Let's do this. You could do that gray if you wanted to. I want them a little darker. Pretty snazzy, pretty easy. So I have more phthalo blue in this one and you can really see the grain. But since I'm putting his beard on, his hands, that's why I have 3 noses. 3 noses, no, 1 nose and 2 hands. That's what the ovals are for. Waka waka. So you can distress all of this, which would be take a sanding block, which I put mine right here, and then sanding down the sanding block, or I'm sorry, sanding down the sides a little bit to give it the distressed looks. Like you can see on my blue truck I'm working on, it's distressed. And that takes a while. And you have to be careful. Some of the pieces are a little fragile. Not so, I'm scouting it out. Not so much on this gnome project, but a lot of the other projects, they can be fragile. You have to be careful. So you're not gonna be like holding it up. You'll brace it. I'll just show you on the truck since I'm still working on it. You'll brace it close to the end, just have a little overlap. I like to keep one of those cheap nail files, you know, like the embroidery boards on hand to get into the tight spaces. So if you're more rustic and you wanna like do the rustic dance, go ahead. I like the rustic too. All right, so that has a coat, that has a coat. It looks to me like it's his buttocks. He's in those gym shorts from the 1980s and he's bent over. I don't know why, it's just kind of stuck in my head. Okay, his head's gonna be red, white, and blue. His beard's going to be white and his hands will be whatever color skin you have in your family. Let's just go with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go gray for the hat, the beard, and that way it has a really nice coat coverage. So my cardboard is soaking it down. So I had to take Sabrina to the doctor today. Just because we hadn't had her in with a new doctor here in Spokane, and we're going on our, you know, we just crossed the 2-year mark. So I'm just gonna keep it on the tape. It makes it nice and easy, folks. Nice and easy. And I leave in the morning for King County for all my friends there. And Sean ended up being able to go to see his buds, so that was unexpected. So I'm gonna have company, and that's so cool. I mean, it's not like he's gonna stay in the hotel room with me or anything. He'll be hanging out with his buds, but that's his Cole, you know. And he's great to travel with because I have plans when I travel. I'm like, I'm gonna catch up on all my classes I'm behind. And yes, as a business owner, I don't care how successful you are, you still need to take your classes. And I'll just plug in and use it as nap time. Okay, so yes, so everything that's white has a coat. of gray first. I don't have to do anything else on that. I'm going to now just start attacking some of these small things. Now, here we go. Now, this is only for the truck. This is like the hubcap rim, and then only for the truck, but I think I'll have him put these in every kit because we don't know who's getting the truck and who's not until they do. Hold on. Boom, boom. So the big one. Okay, I see what we're doing. So the hubcap. Oh, I can just show you here. This one has a heart. And now I made a boo-boo when I did this live. I was gluing like crazy and I didn't realize that this centerpiece is supposed to be a trade out. So you just pop that out and you put in a new one. In this case, a hubcap. Is that right? A wheel with a, I don't speak mechanic, a wheel with a star. And it's only really to be used, I don't have anything else to use it for. You could make a magnet. How about that? Make a magnet. I don't have anything else to use it for other than the truck. There's no use for it for the bench at all. And we're trying to make things uniform so that if you grab one, you can use it in everything else. But in this case, it has to have a little wheel thing. Okay, I can start putting my sign together. Let me start. So I made John make a bigger one, and this is for the hubcap. It might be too big. Okay, this could go on top of the, how big is that? Ooh, that's huge. It's huge, Mom. So these ones are pretty big. I would go with this one. I would go with this one for him to hold too, but I only appear to have one. So, okay, we'll put the small one up here. There you go. This one he's gonna hold, and it ends up being something like this. So, I gotta check this out. I gotta check out these designs. So, okay, it's implied that he's got sleeves, y'all. It's implied. All right, so this would be his beard and his little hands holding the star. Boom. Okay, so let's go ahead and paint that and then paint the starburst. I really don't know what this is for. It's pretty big. Starburst and his nose. So let's get those going. Star and star will be different color than those. All right. So I'm just going to use brown. The brown is a craft paint. It has a pretty good base to it. Just going to try my Walmart sponges, but go ahead and bounce on, bounce off. You guys get it. And if it's too dark, which this is pretty dark for my family, we're just like, we have paper white skin. So I'm going to just add some white to my brown. And as I tell my kids all the time in art classes, skin is not black or white. It's really like shades of tea and coffee or hot chocolate. Like, do you like a lot of milk in your hot chocolate, or do you like a lot of chocolate in your hot chocolate? That's kind of how it goes. Boom, boom, boom. Nose. Got it. Okay, I got it. Since I have this, I am going to use a little water on my sponge and just kind of stain the outside. I don't want to go too dark because I have a really dark blue, right? Were you guys watching? I have really, really dark blue, and if I go too heavy, too dark on this brown, then, you know, it's not going to contrast enough. But I nailed it. And I love it when that happens. That looks fantastic, and I think that adds a little bit of something compared to like that. Oop, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I just want to make sure I have, okay, I need the starburst and the 2 tiny stars for his hat, or a tiny star for his hat. Maybe not 2. Okay, the starburst, I'm just kind of going with I'm gonna go with deep yellow, which is right here. It's formulated. It's actually, if you want to know, it's Folk Art School Bus Yellow. I mean, we don't get more yellow than that. School Bus Yellow. Just gonna use a side that I haven't used before, by Walmart sponge. Put some on, take some off. Yellow is a sheer color. You might be wishing you put some gray down first, but you can do multiple coats. People are asking all the time, hey, you know, how much does a truck cost, or the bench, or the wagon, and what about all these inserts? I want them all. How much are they? They are, so online they're $25 for the inserts. I charge $30 at paint parties simply because, you know, my staff's time, my time to paint, because these don't come with paint unless you add them on. And then the truck costs the most. It's $34 right now. And then the bench and the wagon are both $29. So for $55, you can get the bench or the wagon with one insert. And it's like $5 more, like $59 for the truck and the wagon. Okay, I don't think I want to paint my, let me look at my photo. I don't think I want to paint, I'm not going to paint my hooks. I could do a dark brown, but I'm just not going to do it today. Number one, I'm so hungry, my stomach's eating itself. I know I don't look like it, but I'm hungry. Hungry, hungry, hungry. Okay, so we're going to go into our, I didn't do a good job. There's a little, try to get that a little bit better. A little concave. Like giving the Martha Stewart sponge kind of a little bit of a haircut. Okay, I'm grabbing some white. I'm gonna just, you could get in there if you're super painterly, and you could put a lot of texture in the hair, guys. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna paint it white. It has a nice base coat of gray. So you may have to do it twice, and that's okay. But I don't want my paint to glob off the sides. Okay, so I'm gonna hit these white for now. Oop, I forgot a star. I knew I had one more medium sized star. Here we go. Put a little on, take a little off. I'm gonna do it white first. Oh shoot, I should have probably not. Now the red's gonna look pink. That's okay. We can do multiple coats. We're not doing anything else today, are we? Yeah, right. We're all so busy. We are all so busy. You guys are keeping us so busy, and we really appreciate it. We couldn't do what we do without you. Okay, I'm not gonna do the top of the tower. You guys help us answer all our questions, like, hey, do you like this project or this project? You give us good ideas, you hire us for parties. Keep us so, so busy. All right, so I'm mostly done with sponges, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and soak those bad boys. I'm gonna go back to my brown. I'm gonna do my wick. You could do it black if you wanted to. I don't see no reason why. I don't see a reason why. Yep. Highly educated. You guys always correct me too when I use bad English. Improper English. So the stain, I just made it a different color. I feel like I should be bringing in some black. Every painting looks good with a little black and a little white. I'm going to do my wick black, and that way it'll look like a bumblebee when I put the little starburst on it. Very cute. It's so stinking cute, man. So, so, so cute. Okay, red. I'm going to soak that bad boy. I'm just bringing out a sponge I've used before. I got a really good bread. It's multi surface. Typically, when it's cardinal red from Folk Art, typically when it says multi-purpose, typically what it means is it's epoxy based. So it's typically shinier, and typically one coat will do ya. Typically, I'm gonna say. I like this red. Okay, I'm gonna say no because it looks a little pink on the board. I went a little into the white, but it's okay. It's a little folky. There you go. You can see it looks a little pink, but when I give it the second coat, it won't at all. So I'm going to put a little bit of the red on the hat, and now I know, you guys, that I shouldn't have done the red white one after I painted it gray. The gray would have been fine. It would have made the red really rich instead of pink. But I get talking, you guys, and then I get screwed up. Hey guys, thanks for the hearts and the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Oh, it does say I have 7 comments. It doesn't show them. Oh, here we go. Hey Steph, how you doing? Sprinkle, sprinkle, Steph. I'm doing pretty well in Tacoma. I'm enjoying a few quiet moments before my grandkids show up. I don't know how you get it all done, Steph, but I will see you a couple times this week. You're painting up a storm this week, and I'm excited to meet your other daughter. I'm guessing you're probably not watching at the moment, but if you come back, you'll see my comment. Okay, so I figured out what was going on. So Facebook is doing these updates, and they're like, it's not like they're hiding basic steps, but I have to go and find them again. Okay, my photo. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, we really appreciate you purchasing from us, purchasing local, small business, because, you know, there are a lot of people that offer, you know, exactly the same design. There you go. It's looking good. It kind of looks a little Dr. Seussy. I think we can all agree on that. I am definitely going to do some highlighting and low lighting. Some of this stuff you don't have to use paint. You can decoupage it. You can do the napkin trick. I have peers that have memberships for just napkins that they send. Like they got by custom napkins, send them to you, send you 1 or 2 of 2 or 3 designs in a membership, and they cost like, I think like $15. And if you need their names, let me know. If you're like, oh, I like napkin art. And they have thousands of members getting these napkins. So I know that there's some of you out there that really like your napkin art. So it's pretty simple. You buy these beautifully curated napkins, like somebody designed them. They're thicker, they're more than 1 ply. You peel them apart. You apply the Mod Podge, put them on, roll out any bubbles, and let it dry. And then you'll have to seal the top of it typically, or it can peel up. And then you have beautiful art on your wood piece, or your paper, or your canvas, and without a lot of effort. And some people, you could fool some people, they would think that you painted that. Wow, you painted that? Well, yes, I did. So my red is a little bit more barn red than America red when I think of red, white, and blue. And guys, I'm not a super big fan of primary colors. So the Founding Fathers did not ask me my opinion on color choices when they decided what colors they were going to use in the flag. I probably would not have picked red, white, and blue, and I think you probably know the colors I would pick, right? I hear you yelling at me. You always pick those colors. But a couple times a year, I mean, and they're not my colors. There's some of you that there are, some of you that love red, white, and blue. and it maybe doesn't even have anything to do with being patriotic. And maybe it's just your color palette. But there are a couple times a year I love to have it. I want to put it around my door. I want to put it around my house. It's really, really hard to find adorable, cute 4th of July decor. We have 5 or 6 really amazing door hangers I love. One has a gnome, just if you love gnomes. One has a gnome. And the other ones are just very, very sweet, kind of like this, and they just kind of choke you up with the sayings. And inside we have the truck, the bench, or the wagon, and we have 4 4th of July inserts, with the gnome being more like fun at heart, right? And then like the 4th of July one with fireworks, that one is a little bit more elegant, I think. Maybe you don't agree with me, but that's what I think too. So it's just like, what kind of fun family do you have? Do you have like, you know, anyway, there's one for everyone. So I try to pick, every season I try to pick 3 or 4 different designs, and I want them all different. I try to have a gnome because some of you guys are, I gotta say it, you're freaks for the gnomes, and that's okay. And that's going on a t-shirt too. I'm a freak for the gnomes. You like the little fellas. And some of you cannot stand the gnomes. You're just so over it. So maybe drop a comment in the link, or drop a comment in the post and tell me, are you over the gnomes or do you like the gnomes? Maybe you're just getting started on the gnomes. Okay, so I'm giving everything a second coat of yellow with a Walmart sponge that I can reuse, so it's perfect for the home studio. I wouldn't, well, it's my lucky day. I didn't get a single thing with that basketball drop right there. Oh, I picked up blue. So that star, you can do a couple things. You can wipe it off. You can flip it over, because I wouldn't want to paint over it, because yellow is just so stinking transparent. But you know what, guys? If you watch me long enough, this happens every time. Every time. Butterfingers. All right, so I'm going to find a new part of my flower petal because I nailed the blue. I'm just going to go in and get it again. Easy peasy. It's just paint, guys. If I had to, I would have primed it first. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not even going to drink about it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I don't think I need that one. I feel like my hands could use one more coat. And my nose could use one more coat. Then we're going to put these together and we're going to start doing some highlights and lowlights. Because, you know, they need a little something to, they just need a little something. So I just made my skin tone, I added white to coffee bean just to get the color of skin tone in my family. Not even mine, because mine is like paper white. Let's put it this way. The sun is not my friend in the summer. I left my hairdryer over at the shop. I'm going to start putting some of these together. Is there anything else? Oh, I do have to finish painting the rocket. The rocket's going to be tedious for me because I like to use sponges to get the job done. And the great thing about these projects is everyone can do it. I've even had thank yous in the last week from people like, you know, hey, I used to do at your canvas parties, and though they were fun to do, I didn't always love what I did. And thank you so much for offering something that all of us can be successful at. It's not like I don't still offer canvas parties, but they're not as in demand. So I didn't do very many last year. We do a lot. We do a lot of kits still. And then if you're in Maple Valley, just right now, call. All right, let's see what we got. Do we got? Oh, Donna loves the gnomes. Lori, you're still watching. Oh, hey, yes, Lori. I'd probably pick teal. What would be your, if you were like had 3 colors for the flag? I probably wouldn't pick white because it'd get dingy really fast, but you need something contrasty. So how about like a cream color? That'd be great. And teal And then I would be like, oh, would I like Seahawks green to go with it? Or would I like purple to go with it? Or magenta? Yeah, so I might have to have 4 colors in my flags. So one of my favorite projects we would do with kids would be like designing flags. You know, we'd talk about flags, we'd show flags from every country. And I'd always get asked the question, why did those other countries copy our flags? Our flag colors, you know, like there's a lot of countries that have red, white, and blue, or maybe a lot of countries that have yellow, black, green. I'm trying to think if there's red or not. It's been a couple, it's been a year or two, okay, since I've taught this class. And so, I'm just looking to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm gonna do my blue and my rocket, and this is my rocket. I'm gonna have a little teal mixed with the blue. And I might put some gray in it too. Because I'm not looking for like a traditional, this might be a little bit too beachy themed. So it's kind of pretty though, guys. Don't be hating on the teal. I'm gonna put some gray in it, some gray base. And it will, oh, silver. It will dull it down without losing that intensity. Here we go. Now, silver won't have as good a coverage, opaqueness as gray would. In fact, it makes the paint a little bit more transparent. There you go. I'm really happy with that. Ooh, yay! So it's kind of folky looking. I'm kind of happy with it though. So some of the things that countries had to keep in mind way back then when they were creating their flag is how hard would it be for them to dye the colors, to extract the colors from the natural resources around them to dye the fabric, right? That was something they had to keep in mind. And honestly, I meant to research this for teaching today. I think Betsy Ross, I think I read somewhere that when she designed it, she was kind of in a hurry and she kind of had what she had around the house. So to me, that would indicate that red, white, and blue weren't as difficult to make as teal. I mean, because you'd have to use natural resources. Like for example, when you boil yellow onions, you get like a brown. When you boil purple onions, you get a purple. Abalone shells make a really interesting color when they are when the colors are extracted from them, pigments are extracted. And I don't remember what color that is. That might have been blue. So they have to pick colors that would be easy enough to find the resources from. That's pretty cute, right guys? I love that blue. That blue is more along the lines of what, you know, I probably would have picked instead of this. So tell me, if you would, if it doesn't insult you in any way, shape, or form, if you were going to pick colors for your flag, what would they be? Tell me what your flag colors, let your freak flag colors show. Okay, so everything really could use a second coat. I'm not gonna bore you today with that. Specifically the hat, looks a little Dr. Seussy. But I definitely wanna do some outlining, some highlighting, but I'm gonna start putting everything together. It's time, guys, it's time. So I will be picking up the Quick and Thick. That would be this bottle here. It's what I've been going to, and our wholesale ladies, they're loving it too. It doesn't have the strings that you would find with Triple Thick. Sorry, that's not right. With E6000, and I do like the Gorilla a little bit better than the E6000. I'm just looking for them, but so here would be an E6000. It's a craft paint. It's not cheap. To me, I don't feel like it's cheap. Here is the clear Gorilla Glue. I feel like it works really good. It works better than this, but like this even better. Okay. Really? And so it begins. Okay. I'm just going to take a paintbrush that I would typically throw away, you know, 1 or 2 uses, and I'm just going to use that because my squeezy bottle isn't working. So you're not going to leave a lot of glue on, and you're not going to over glue. So I think John did an amazing job coming up and, you know, cutting this all out, trying to decide how many pieces he wanted of what. So with the exception, I don't know what to do with this bad boy. Okay, so I don't want to just glue this on, y'all. I want to dab it off. Okay, so it takes a little extra off, and then I want to line up and go for it. Sometimes you have to do a little sanding, like little pieces, but you can do it later after the glue sets. And you're just going to hold it in place. So this is what I like about it is when the E6000 squeezes or oozes out, what's going to happen is when it dries, it's a high gloss, so it dries different sheen than your paint. There's an easy fix. You can just spray each piece with some kind of spray. This happens to be paint spray, so it wouldn't be that one. That's where I like the triple thick spray. But right away, this one sticks, and as long as you take off the extra, it's not sliding all over the place. So, I know it's crazy. So, hey Lori, hey Donna, nice to see ya. Boom. I just take a little of the extra off if I need to with a paintbrush. All right, we're gonna put on the America. It goes down low, and I'm gonna put the stars. Yeah, and I'm gooing all over the table. Again, if you outline, it's gonna be way too much glue, guys, so I'm just gonna kind of dot a little here and there. It's nice, the letters are nice and thick. And then definitely blot off on a towel, or you will have the same glide effect as the E6000. So this is the glue I'm kind of endorsing right now. I get it at Lowe's. You can find it on Amazon if you don't have a Lowe's near you, but it costs more. I'm just putting that out there. It costs more. So you just want to hold it down for a second or two, and look, it's ready to go. It's ready to rock. But what I like about it over like super glue is you have room to make adjustments should you have to. You have a little time. If you're just joining us, we're doing a gnome insert for either the truck or the bench or the wagon. It fits in all 3. And just sprinkle because we are gifting this project. It's pretty cute. We're gonna do some fun little stuff to that. Okay, so we got 2. So we gotta do the rocket. The rocket actually only has this. This is the rocket. The starburst and a star. So I'm gonna do the starburst, and it goes at the end of the wick, but if you glue it all, you're gonna have glue oozing out. So I'm just kind of gluing in the center. I'm gonna line up the wick. I'm gonna hold it down. And okay, I probably should have just glued the wick. You guys can see that I over glued. I'm okay with that. You know what? Better yet, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move it up so that part of it is actually braced on the rocket. That's better than having it out there just hanging out in space. So, okay, that's better. And I just glued it. Ooh, I'm hungry. Okay, and then we're gonna have a small star that goes at the top. Boom. Yep, that's what we're doing. Why do we have 2 more yellow big stars? Nope. I don't know. Oh, this is pretty big. Oh, it goes right there. It fits. It fits. I was getting distraught over nothing. Okay. So that goes up here. Don't you want to break out in song? So when you pull into the Spokane Valley from Idaho, there are 2 dealerships. One's a car dealership. One is, I think, a mobile home or a motor home dealership. And they are on a plane, and they have sky-high poles and probably flags the size of football fields just rippling in the wind. And it just gets you every time. When you see that, I saw it today when I went to the doctor with my daughter. So I saw it today. I saw it. So all we have to do is put the gnome together, and I'm stalling a little bit because to me, I'm like, there's a lot of pieces here. All right, so this will just, oh, I see. I'm like, it's scored right here. Why? Well, it's telling you that that's where, whoops, that's where the hat is glued. So, stay in school, kids. I was like, why did they do that? Why did they do that? Okay, use a good glue base. Watch out for that slide. I should be blotting that off. Okay, gonna just press down. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator, 4. Make sure you sprinkle the love because we are gifting one of these today. Really helps us spread the word of what we're doing. Okay, so I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. So it has to stay for a little while. So that might be where you pull out the clamp or you pull out the super glue. So I'm just gonna set that aside for a second. I feel like I used enough. I'm gonna put one of these underneath. I feel like I used enough glue. I'm really not interested in adding more. And then as soon as I put the beard on, the nose will act as a bridge. It's super cute, guys. And then if you didn't like the gnome, you could probably skip it, but he's pretty, if you like gnomes, and tell me, do you like gnomes or are you over gnomes? And Donna says, I like the gnomes. And that just fits in there, nice and neat. Press down for just a second. I got some touch-up work to do. Unless I could stick a star right there. You can deviate, it's fine, it's fine. I think I'm gonna stick a star right there. Oh, I was supposed to make these different colors. Fail. Just make it blue real quick. Leave a little DNA behind. So this is just real time, folks. We don't ahead of time really spend time on painting one ahead of time, so we paint it really well for you. I want to work out the kinks and I want you to talk to me, and sometimes you guys have really good ideas, like I would really just skip that step. Sometimes you tell me. Okay, so the nose is going to bridge the gap, or be the bridge. Make sure your fingers are clean, cleaner than mine. So it will hold the hat onto the body, and that is too much, so make sure you take off some extra and press down. Kind of nervous to press down with those fingers. And so that is what's going to keep that hat on. He's coming together, so cute, guys. Okay, and so I am going to put the blue star, and it's going to cover up that little mess I made. And then I've got, oh, where'd my other baby star go? Must be this. Oh, that was my baby star. Okay, so this one goes here. Oh no, that one goes up there. Do it what you want. Okay, so I'm gonna take extra off, lady. Boom. Okay, see, it's already there. It should have snapped if it wasn't dry. Okay, and then I've got one big one for his hands. Did I use it? No. Oh, the other one's for the hubcap. That's why. That seems kind of large. This one's smaller. This one is small. They're all mostly the same size. Just like that. There we go. All right. We're really cooking with peanut oil now. Get those all ready to go. Really focusing. I don't bite my tongue. My brother can't do anything unless he bites his tongue. You know, I can't do that. But he does. But I get quiet when I concentrate. Watch out for that glide. Okay, I'm going to dab off the extra. I'm just going to put it. Okay. My star moved when I wasn't paying attention. And then it moved again. Let me show you what the gnome looks like. Super cute. You don't have to, if you have like a 3-tiered tray, this would look really cute on that. It's not, sometimes this, the designs for tiered trays are really tiny, you know what I mean? Intricate. And so this one isn't like that. They're a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's talk about how this is gonna look. How's this gonna look? Okay, so you get 2, so this would be, I don't know, I have 2. You get a spare, maybe. One would go into the hubcap, say like that. So you'd paint the hubcap if, it kind of looks like a sheriff's badge, if you were using the truck. And the truck looks really cool. And I made a blue truck to go with my black truck because I want kind of one of everything. But I haven't put it together yet because I have to sand all the edges. I kind of thought I'd have it ready for you guys today, but I blew it, guys. I just blew it. I forgot about the doctor's appointment today. I don't care how old your kids are. When they get like poked by the doctor, you're like, stop doing that to the kid. Do you really have to do that? Okay. I don't know, maybe you guys don't feel the same. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna highlight, put a couple little like apostrophes and some dots and lines for outlining. So this is how it works. So it just goes in. Oh, no, I did that wrong. Goes in, man, there we go. I was like, oh my gosh, I had him fix that. It's fixed. You gotta be smarter than what it is you're working in. So they're pretty clever and they hang. You with me? Boom. Okay. And then you're gonna tuck all of these in here. And I left the gnome for the center. That's how I was doing mine. Boom. And you could put like a drawer pad to keep these guys from sliding around if you wanted to. I don't like that you can't see that bad boy. Maybe I will, I'm gonna swap those. And so the gnome's gonna go in the front. Anyway, play around with it till you're super duper happy, till it puts a smile on your face. Oh, that's super cute, guys. Boom. Okay, and technically, don't make this mistake because I did, don't glue in the center. It's supposed to just be like a hubcap that fits, and then you would exchange these for the season kind of thing. I mean, if you love hearts and know you never want to change it, then sure. Let me swap out for a second. I want to show you, this is the bench. That looks so cute. The thing to keep in mind, oh, I'm sorry, this is the wagon. It has wheels on, lady, it's a wagon. Super cute. The thing to keep in mind is that the wagon's pretty deep, so I typically put tissue in it so that these sit a little higher. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. There you go. So they sit a little higher so you can see more of them. But they are interchangeable like this. So hold on a second. I want to show you the bench. So the bench is probably the most popular. It's a little bit of a pain to put together. So this is the Thanksgiving bench. I want to show you that because it's so shallow here, you can really see everything very well. So we're just going to swap these out. Pretty simple. And that was from our October art box. See, that looks really cute. And I would say, unless you're a household of ladies, that the bench or the truck makes everybody in the family happy. You just play around with this until you're happy. There you go. Boom. What are we doing here? We could go like that. There you go. I just wanted to show you how they look in all three. I don't want this design right here where it's just really thin, but it's so stinking cute. I'm willing to like give it a little bit of a free pass, if you know what I mean. So I personally love it in the truck. I want a truck in every color. I really do. Every family member is getting a truck from me. And then my next pick is the bench, only because I feel like it makes the most people happy. It's seamless, it's classic lines, and it's just great. And then finally, if you know you love rustic, then the Wagon is the way to go. And if you know that the person that you're painting it for loves rustic, again, the Wagon would be the kind of the way to go, but there's so many people that it wouldn't really work for. It's a very specific niche, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, thanks so much for watching with me today. This is the Gnome America 4th of July design we have, and hopefully it's not too soon, but I wanted to get this out there so that you can make some decisions. If you need a link to see our online catalog so you can kind of see everything we have that's not on our website, which I kind of screwed up yesterday anyway, let me know and we'll get you that link. And otherwise, I would get on our ultimate giveaway contest that we're having right now. It goes to April 30th, and then May 1, we open up for new members for our door hanger club. It's the lowest price we have, guys. That's why it's so great. It's $29. Every other month, you get an 18 or 16, depending on the design inch door hanger. You get a choice of 4, cancel anytime, or you can order all of them if you want. Maybe you're like that. Have a good day. Okay, guys, I'm heading to King County, so I won't be on for a couple days.